Hi there, welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. Now if you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little bit differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a little bit creative around here, but hey, it just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and let's build something awesome together. Well, hello everybody, welcome to Friday from the Shed. How you going? Aussie Dave here. Well, it is Friday, I'm recording this on Friday, so it is a Friday update from Dave in the Shed. Didn't show you that last week, but this is pretty magic. I found these are Aldi, Work Zone. There's a magnetic grabby tool, you know, telescopic one that, you know, comes out, stretches out like that. Anyway, and there's a magnet, sorry, it's a magnet on that one. And there's a mirror on this one, so you can extend it out and stick it behind things and have a look. But the amazing part is, they fit magic in the tool holder for the oscilloscope probes. Yeah. The nut insertion tool for rib nuts still sitting on the bench because I have to make up a nice little wooden case for it yet. I have not been 100% well this week. We are heading in the right direction. Tell you what, every time they mess around with your meds and you get all these new interesting side effects. But anyway, that is the rib nut tool there for some ongoing projects soon. I have to make up a nice little wooden box because it can't live in its cardboard thing. Now, I have been doing some RuNut stuff this week. I've been doing a lot of inside printing. I decided that since we had the 3D printer set up, oh, that's a bit new, that I would reprint the little Climax body shell in the resin printer to go on the RuNuts. So I thought I'd do that. It comes out a bit finer, a little bit different. Only hassle is I've already broken the chimney off. Well, sort of like not a very good web design, Dave, not a very good design, so it was just like sitting there. On an FDM printer, it would automatically melt the chimney onto the rest of the design, so you wouldn't see that it was not actually connected. But the resin printer is so fine with its printing that, yeah, the chimney is separated. Anyway, I'll come over here and show you the RuNuts. So you should have set this up a bit better, Dave. Let's pull the body. So this body just sits on over the locomotive like that, and the loco runs. Now it's inset in there, so it sits over the body. Dummy Climax. So that is the old FDM print. So it's okay. But now that I've got the new resin print, I decided I'd reprint it, and that's the new resin print, so we'll have to paint that up and get that in service, because it just looks... I was happy with the old print, but I'm even more happy with the new print. There's another bunch of trees there, ready to go in a certain layout. That's the last of the trees. I've sort of quickly painted them, and I've browned up the bunch of the trees to go on the layout somewhere. Anyway, that's the difference between a FDM, a filament print, and a resin print. And on the small stuff, and that is done. That was done on my old printers, not the new ones. So the new ones I could do it even neater and better for, but I thought I'd do it on the resin because I had it up and running, and we did that. All the seagulls and birds and all the bits and pieces are here. And the kangaroos have not been painted yet. Ready for paint. I've just not been up to it this week. I've still got to put some storage in place for the glues and bits and pieces and do all that yet. That's coming. It's coming. I'm getting there. The fan did go up. I don't know if I showed you last week or the week before, but we did get the fan up. The fan is up and running, which is a bit of a blessing. It's going to be a stinker today. With a couple of really good days. It's always the way. The day that I come good and I'm physically a bit fitter and better is the day that it's probably too hot to do too much. But anyway, that's life, isn't it? So the new fan. Now, I did talk about that I wanted to have a crack at redoing the Garrett body. Now this old Garrett was printed on my old printers years and years ago. So I have worked with the new technology to print a new Garrett. So we're in the process. I did say I was going to try and rework it and do it. So getting better. Of course I can print a lot finer, a lot more detail. It is better. It really is a bit of an old model, but yeah. So working on a new Garrett. Now, because I can now do what they call mixed media formatting, or mixed media printing, if you notice the roof on this, and it's pretty good that it's got a bit of dust on it, is not actually rounded. It's actually lines. This is the roof that I reprinted on the FDM. I don't know how well you can see it, but it is that lines. But I thought, hang on, I can do the roof. I can't do the whole body because my little printer's not big enough, as you've seen in the previous. So resin printer's not big enough, but it's big enough to do the roof. So there, this one, pretty, I've never thought about stuff like that, but there we are, mixed media technology. I've printed it, the roof section, in the resin printer, so it's nice and rounded. It's got that lovely curve around the roof, not, see if we can get a cross section, not a series of lines. Can we, I don't know how, very hard to see on this little screen what we can and what we can't see on the video. So instead of being a series of lines, this one is actually curved. And that is one of the things when I go, what is the advantage of the two different formats of printer? Now, well, I'm happy with the body, but if I had a resin printer big enough, I would do that whole body. I'd do all my bodies in the resin printer if I had the thing, but the FDM print is fine for a lot of things, for most things. Look at these wagons over here. They're all done in the FDM. Absolutely happy with them. But a lot of debate in the Australian Narrow Gauge website about printers and 3D printing and stuff. So if you've got any questions about 3D printing and printing and stuff, or the different technologies and the hows and the reasons and the what fors, let me know. I am, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to say too much about my plans because A, they mightn't come together, or B, something else will happen. So anyway, but that's one thing we are working on, rebuilding Mr. Garrett. Now this Mr. Garrett is a freelance type based on the South Africans NA16s. It's a couple of Bachmann 060 Porter Doc Shunter chassis under there. I've used that chassis in so many different models, and I'll probably recycle the mechs into the new one, or I've been thinking about it as rationalising the fleet, because I've got a locos I don't run. So we might go through the fleet and see what locos we can pull mechs out of. I've done that before. When I built the CPH, something else sacrificed a mech and did bits and pieces, but I'm known for that. So yeah. And the locos that might get disassembled might be the green ones, Harry and 3801. Might become a Garrett, might not, we never know. Anyway, I'm just rabbiting on now, aren't I? So what else has happened this week? Really not a lot. A lot of time at the computer, so for bits and pieces. So we'll leave this video here. I've got magnets ready to, because I was talking about putting magnets in the building. All that's work to come. Hasn't happened. It's just not been a good week, but we've got some stuff done, which is okay. So before I leave, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you found me in some strange way. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Go, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? What are you talking about? But most important point, have a go at something different. In the words of Henry Ford, remember, he's quoted as this saying, you don't know what you can do or what you can't do till you try. So short, sweet, Dave in the shed this week. Get back to you very soon. Next week we should have something new to show you. If not, I'll try and make something and say, hey, I did this, and just pretend that you haven't seen the old videos. So till we meet again, take care, look after yourselves. In for a bit of a end of season heat wave apparently for a couple of days, so that's like knocks me around a bit. But till then, got to get some paint. on the old Mr. Crocodile. Got to put him in the spot. He's meant to go over there in the in the ditch, but he hasn't got there yet. Anyway, I've been Dave in the shed. Thanks for visiting me in the shed. And short, sweet 10-minute video. I'll get out of your hair and we'll talk again soon. Don't be a stranger.